What's up guys, this is Steve from Android Night, and today I'm going to be showing you Android 6.0 Marshmallow running on my Nexus 5. Specifically, this is the developer preview 3, and I know this has been out for like a couple of weeks, and other people have made videos on these, but I'm just going to do one anyway for you guys and give you my sort of 5 cents about what I think about the new version of Android. So I've been playing around with it for a day or two, and I'm going to run through everything that I think I've found that is new. One thing I will say, going back to a Nexus 5, this thing feels so good in the hand. Anywho, we're going to start on the lock screen, as that's a pretty good place to start. They've changed up the clock slightly, it looks a little bit prettier, a little bit nicer, and I think some of the little animations things on the lock screen have also changed. Everything feels a lot smoother than it used to be, and it just looks really pretty, and that's kind of the key thing about this release. Everything just looks slightly more tuned. I think with Lollipop, we got all the stuff where it started to go a lot quicker and it was a lot smoother as an experience. This now feels like sort of all the visual design is sort of caught up with that. Actually, starting from the lock screen wasn't the best place to start. The boot animation has also changed. It's now got a really nice sort of material design style one instead of the sort of the thing that almost looked like it should have been honeycomb, because it looked kind of like bees flying in sort of a circle or like little fireflies. It looked quite cool, but I think the new one is a lot cleaner. Next up, we have, of course, a slew of new wallpapers for the phone. These will probably change in the official release. But on the home screen, the biggest change is the application drawer. In a previous version of the preview, I think it turned into sort of a vertical scrolling list with alphabetic paginations, which looked kind of ugly. It looks a little bit better now. It's still a vertically scrolling list, but it's much cleaner. If you go to the right of it, you get a nice little scroll bar, and across the top you have your 4 most used applications, and above that again you've also got a search bar so you can search within your apps. Another cool thing, if you hold down on the settings icon in the top right hand corner of the screen, it will unlock System UI Tuner. This finally allows you to edit up your quick settings, which is something that stock Android's been lagging behind on for quite a while. Also allows you to edit what appears on your status bar. And finally, in stock Android, we have the ability to put the battery percentage in the battery icon, which I know is something the community has been dying for like years. I mean, it's one of the things people actually get quite violent about on the forums. And below that is also a demo mode, which I'm not going to go into. It's just a demo. I'm going to demo it for you. I'm your demo mode. Possibly the coolest thing Google has brought to the table with Marshmallow 6.0 is Google Now on Tap, and this allows you to go into any application, hold down the home button, and it will do this really nice sort of flying white animation, which I think looks really cool. But more importantly, it will then pull contextual details from that app to Google Now. So for example, if your significant other has just texted you to tell you to bring the laundry home, or to book a restaurant with the name of the restaurant, you just do this and it will pull up all the details and you can book straight from there, or it will pull up details for laundrettes near you. It's a really cool, really powerful feature that I think that is really going to augment how we use Google Now. It's already a really powerful tool, but I think it's quite a passive tool at the moment. It brings you stuff that it thinks you're going to like. This will mean you can actively use it and sort of interact with it in a much more productive manner, which I think is... When you plug your phone in now to a laptop, you've got an option for MIDI. So they've finally fixed the volume bar. If you go all the way down, you go to vibrate and you click again and you go to a mode which will sound only your alarms in your do not disturb mode, which is awesome. This is how it should have been the whole time, and it's finally fixed. So 2 thumbs up, he said with 1 thumb. There is also a new feature in Android 6.0 called Doze, and this promises to improve the hibernation battery life of your phone. So say for example, you've got your phone turned on, but you stick it in a drawer or you leave it on a desk overnight or for a day or two. This will hopefully mean you can then return to that, and it should not have lost all of its battery life. It's one thing I've noticed. My stepmom has an iPad, and when she leaves her iPad around, it's got loads of battery. I mean, she can leave it and come back after like 3 or 4 days and it'll still have half the battery. If I do that with the Nexus 7 or one of my phones, it just pretty much is always dead. So hopefully Android Doze will fix that. Another cool thing which you're not really going to see but has been baked into 6.0 is Fingerprint Support. So if you've got a phone which does support fingerprints, that will now be much more easily accessed on like a system level. There are also further battery optimization tweaks. I've only used this for a couple of days on 6.0, but I do think the battery life might be ever so slightly better. But saying that, the battery life on the Nexus 5 was pretty awful. So there's new animations throughout the whole thing, so when you open applications and stuff like that, everything just looks a little bit crisper and a little bit prettier. And finally, the cool thing you can now do is edit permissions on the fly for individual apps. This is really cool. It means you can download an app from pretty much anywhere and you're going to know exactly what it's doing to your phone and when. So for example, if you don't want Facebook to know where your location is, you can just turn that off and Facebook will never know where you are. So that's it guys, that's my really quick look through of everything that I could find that is new in Android Marshmallow 6.0. Please let me know in the comments below if there's anything I've missed. I'm sure there is something. Please like this video if you've enjoyed it. Please subscribe if you haven't seen me before. That really does help and motivate me to keep doing these things. You can follow me on my social media things with the links in the description, and I'll see you guys, as you know, in the next video. Peace.